All right, we're back. First episode of Lifting with Luke. We got the Mike Vandy here, Jason Prentice, the platinum voice of KLGA is here. We're going to ask him about 10 to 15, maybe 21 questions. Maybe. We'll figure it out here when we get going. But anything pertaining from pro wrestling, lifestyle, KLG life. Let's see. What else?
I mean, there's walking habits, there's
eating
habits,
eating
diabetic.
habits.
There's so many things you can go off.
We got so much here to ask Vandy, so stay tuned. Warm up, just do 10 or so.
Just warm up.
Feel it out.
Man. Gosh.
Feel it out.
I haven't been warmed up since 1997, dog. This good right here, doggy?
I'm more of like a little bit wider.
You like it wider?
I like looking at like your forearms. So if your forearm's straight up and down, you'd probably be like right
about there. Okay.
So maybe here on the ring.
Boom, boom.
Give that a whirl.
Okay.
It's a two boom. Andy, being the man you are, absolute pro wrestling. Yep. I feel like you're a guy that kind of always like manifested like what you were gonna do today.
Absolutely.
So like, I remember being a kid and you were always talking about WWE wrestling. You're throwing promos out in the computer lab. Like, have you always had that thought like, hey, I want to be a promoter. I want to be in the community of wrestling.
The promoter thing, no, that came together late. I mean, if you ask Troy Peterson with Impact Pro Wrestling, he was like, I always knew you were going to be a promoter. I don't do the voice because I know you'd hate it. But he's like, I always knew you were going to do it, like at some point.
Yeah.
But I got in 2012. I was fresh out of high school. I was 18. Mm-hmm. I'm not 18 anymore. But I got in and I'm like, all right, I'm just going to manage. I'm going to have fun with it. I'm not athletically able enough to do what like your dad or TS Aggressor could do, but I can still give in this world. And then slowly but surely over time, I started being like, okay, maybe I could do that promoter thing. It didn't come until my uncle passed away. My uncle was a promoter in Tennessee, passed away here in 2021. I ran his memorial show in Tennessee, and I'm like, this is fun.
Yeah.
I believe in myself, and what's great is I have such a support system at home with my mom, with my uncle, with my whole family that's like, do it. Mm-hmm. Why not? Like, you're either going to do it and it's going to fail, or you're going to do it and you're going to have so much fun, and like, you're just going to take what you want out of it, either which way. So that's where we went. Me and Brandon the Shank Eubanks, we created APW, and now we're here almost 5 years later.
Yeah, it's kind of one of them, like, kind of like this, it's like one of them big jumps where you're like, God, it's kind of like the leap of faith. Like, is this going to work? Is it not going to work?
It's always a risk, but I'm in a mindset now. I put myself around people that want to take a risk, that want to take a jump. You're one of those people. You are in this facility because it's a jump, it's a risk.
Yeah.
But I'm around people. I surround myself with people daily that are like, hey, let's take the jump. Let's do this. Yeah. And if it works, awesome. If it doesn't, we're going to learn from it, and we're going to move on and hopefully to better places.
Love it. I always thought when I was in school, it was one of those deals where like, you're always nervous. Like, am I going to pass all these classes? Am I going to be able to make it through? But like, I was always one who's like, if you show up and just do it, you're going to be fine.
It's crazy. The mentality you go from there into adulthood of just like everything can change. And especially who you surround yourself with, that's a huge piece of the puzzle.
Absolutely.
Rob, you trying to spin the broom or what?
Vandy, how'd you get into the radio guy?
The
radio gig.
How are you the voice of Algona?
Yeah.
How am I the voice? Al Luke's going to trademark that as soon as you say that. I got in, I wanted to be a teacher originally. I wanted to be a teacher. Brian Connick, who everybody in this room's probably been taught by at some point. Connick inspired me to get into history. So I started doing history stuff at Iowa Central. And I just started doing radio as an elective because I got into wrestling. I wanted to learn how to talk. And I just really loved radio. I'm like, hey, Mom, I'm going to disappoint you. I'm going to probably spend another semester at college now, but I'm changing my major to radio. So I went from history to radio and never looked back. So Connick is the reason why. It's kind of crazy because he told his story like a month ago about how he went to college for something else and got into teaching. Yeah. So just similarities is really crazy.
That's crazy.
Just how it all worked out.
I feel like it was always like destined to be though, because like you got to be comfortable talking in front of people for wrestling, being a promoter kind of guy, just it was one of those things that kind of like reinforced the wrestling side too, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Your pops was one of the guys that originally, he's like, you're so comfortable talking with people. I said, yeah, because I have to do it every day.
Yeah.
Like, I literally, that is the job. That is the gig. So he's like, yeah, it feels like you have that presence about you because you've had that experience. So.
Yeah. Attaboy.
IPW.
IPW.
Because
Mike
I feel like
Vandy's
that's going to be
Mount Rushmore of IPW.
Oh man. So, I mean, obviously your dad's up there. You look at TS, he's up there.
So we got TS,
Johny Fitness,
Johny Fitness,
James Jeffries.
I'm
gonna say big picture. I'm gonna
big
say
picture.
TVP because I feel like he's so underrated as a talent and even just like character development through the years. He's really put it together in the last 5 years, especially. Like he's so phenomenal. AJ Smooth.
AJ Smooth.
I think those would be my top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah, that would be. I think it's 5, right? 5 on the Mount Rushmore.
I believe there's.
I haven't been in school in a while. Listen, history thing. That's why it didn't work out. That's why I went into radio.
It didn't work out.
I
don't know.
think it's 5.
Is it 4?
How many fans
You know,
Rushmore?
is it 5 or 4? 4?
Washington, Jefferson, Abraham. Who's the other one?
See, we do a history
Benjamin?
lesson
4.
while we do the workouts.
Yeah. Shout out Brian Connick.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice job, boss. So you asked me my Mount Rushmore. Who is your, we'll say 5 for IPW.
My 5?
Because this is the thing, like you and I came from different eras.
I know, my
of
eras
wrestling.
are a little different.
I mean, that's the crazy thing. Because you saw, well, I know who he should say. I know who he should say.
I do too.
I'll tell you,
Oh,
they'll
geez.
hear it on mine, but
he's hearing
Mr.
it on the
Destiny's
mic.
got to be in top 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, has to be.
I'd say so.
Has to be.
Do I even have to say the names, or can I just say a group?
Yeah.
See,
You could probably just do that.
I feel like it's,
Plus one.
yeah, I mean,
Fuck, Kenny Backwash.
Can't leave Rusty.
yeah.
Can't leave the rusty zipper of New Mexico out, man.
So you got Backwash,
We got Backwash,
okay?
TS, of course,
Yeah, you got it.
Johnny Fitness,
Yep.
Mr. Destiny,
There you go. Okay, that was my one.
Wicked Lester Brody.
There it is.
I mean, that's my Mount Rushmore.
I figured as such. I mean, there's even. I'm pretty sure there's an iconic photo of all of them together,
Yes.
like just vibing. Mount Rushmore, which we now know is 4, but we'll do 5. 5, your top 5 IPW wrestlers ever.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's tough because if I kind of put it when I stopped wrestling and following along, it's different than the last 10 years
Right.
too, you know. But
Right.
you gotta put the Godfather, the immortal TS
Yep.
Aggressor,
You have one sunburnt arm.
Nikki Free.
There you go.
Don't forget about Nikki Free.
I feel like that
doing-
was slept on by both of us.
doing his thing out in Seattle.
Yep.
Nikki Free, James Jeffries. I handed
Yep.
the babyface torch to him.
Yep.
November 20th, 2010, my last official, I call it my last official singles match. James Jeffries and I, we kind of chat every day on November 20th in retrospect. So I got TS Aggressor, I got Nikki Free, I got James Jeffries. You can't leave Matty Starr off
There
of
it
that.
is.
You could not leave Matty Starr off of that. If we're going 4, that's my 4. My apologies to myself, Mr. Destiny. I'm going TS Aggressor, Nikki Free, James Jeffries, Matty Starr. And if I got to have 5, Troy Peterson, because
There you go.
nobody did it like Troy Peterson.
Right.
Some guys got a paid show and they fattened up their wallet. Troy bought everybody hotel rooms.
Yep.
We had a spread out back. And I'm going to give Vandy a shout out because I remember when we started training him upstairs, we had our afternoon shows and
Oh, yeah.
everything. And we're like, yeah, let's get him in there. Guy freaking showed up. First time he got in front of a crowd of 30 people. you could tell he'd been waiting his whole life to do it. Looked like a veteran, like right out of the gate. I'm getting a little windy.
No, it's all good, man. There's only one time we should tell a story after you get a set. We should tell a story about the one time I got heat with you. One time. There's only one time.
Was it in the basement?
It was in the basement.
It was
I
in the
think.
basement. Yeah,
I mean, we had a conversation about it.
I ran, and there's a video floating around of that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Sometime with,
Oh, yeah.
dude.
There was one that.
What
we
did I forget?
As soon, mid pump, you were like AJ
Halfway
Smooth.
through my set,
Yeah, just
AJ Smooth.
Who
Troy?
was on my list too.
You had AJ.
Yeah.
Troy, sorry, man. Wrestlers only. The Immortal, T.S. Aggressor, James Jeffries, Nikki Free, Matty Starr, AJ Smooth.
And like, you got 4 guys out of the 5 right there who could still put up a match, like a match of the year candidate, a great match. Like Matty just wrestled in Des Moines against Jackson King, a young guy who, hometown boy against one of the biggest heels that's ever done it.
Oh, yeah.
And they just had probably the best match we've ever had for Absolute Pro Wrestling. They crushed it, and AJ's crushing it, and James is still crushing it.
Yeah.
You know, like longest heavyweight champion Impact Pro Wrestling history.
The longevity.
Yeah, just
You can't deny the longevity.
absolutely.
It is. It's crazy. AJ, man, I didn't forget about you. Briefly. I've been hitting the head a lot.
Oh.
Let's go, Kane. Up. You got it. Yep.
Boom. Oh, baby. Yeah, I can tell on that right side.
There you go, Vandy. There you go. Keep it going. Last one. Up. Oh, boy. There we go. So when does the camp start?
So camp, it's going to be late May. We're going to have an open house on the 17th in Waterloo. So we got a lot of guys from all over. Like, there's a couple kids from Algona, a couple kids from Des Moines, a couple from Waterloo that are going to travel here. And it's just a good time in May to be like, hey, here's your last chance. Like, if you want to work with us, get in.
Yeah.
Because it's unique. I mean, it's Floral Hall hosts it, train people to be professional wrestlers. And Algona's housed so many people over the years. You've seen them come and go. I mean, the vault was such a special place.
Oh, the nostalgia of just being in the basement here.
I mean, yeah, like, this is prime central location right now. Yep, we're gonna rail it. Bam.
That's all right.
First of all, Mama didn't raise a quitter, but I had to quit on that one. Had to. Oh my goodness.
How long is the camp?
16 weeks.
All right, there you go. So it starts when? May?
May 24th.
May 24th. You got 16 weeks of development with Jason Prentice, Mike Vandy here. You get to work with me personally. Get a little glimpse here of the JFG before it actually opens here.
Yeah.
He's bringing a lot, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, we got.
Maybe we'll bleep that out.
We
They
can
don't know
announce
yet.
it.
They don't know yet.
I mean,
1, 2, 3. Here we go. Come on, brother.
boom.
Let's go.
Come on, Kaner.
There you go. Up. Good momentum. Keep it going. You got 2. Here you go. You got 2. Up. Get it. Keep it going. Last one.
Good, buddy.
Get it. Get it. Get it.
There you go. Good stuff, baby. Good stuff, baby.
How do you feel about the Mike Vrabel?
Love it. Should have happened a year ago.
I agree.
Should have happened a year ago. Should have happened quicker. I think we're in a good spot right now. We spent way too much money on Diggs. And I
No, you
think
didn't.
this is the thing. As a Vikings fan too, yes, I have 2 teams. Cry about it. All right, get in the comments. Cry about it. I don't care. NFC, AFC. My Uncle Bill hates me for it. It's
Everybody
awesome.
does it, though.
But I love the Vikings. Love the Patriots. As a former Vikings fan, knowing what Diggs brings to the table, play-wise, awesome. As far as a person-wise, it's just, if it's the same dynamics of when Big Bill was there in New England with Vrabel, I feel it's going to be okay. You could get a Moss situation or not so Mossy situation. I think Diggs is a phenomenal player when he's on his game and not worried about receptions.
How's your health journey going? I was
Dude, it's
following
awesome.
you a little bit on TikTok.
Yeah,
There we
so
go. I like it. The health journey.
So I got diagnosed diabetic here last year, or 2023, pardon me. I got diagnosed 2023, and I was like, oh, this is the end of my life. I'm like, I'm diabetic. I can't eat a whole pizza now to myself. Like, I'm already losing weight, and I was at, like, honestly, at my worst, I was 425 pounds. But I was also drinking a lot. I was eating out, consistently, horribly. And when COVID hit, bars are closed. A lot of restaurants are closed. So I have to, like, not eat crap and drink a crap ton.
Yeah.
And so, okay, that cuts a lot of stuff out. So I go back to the doctor a year later after being told, hey, you're 425 pounds. They're like, yeah, you're 392. I'm like, awesome. What's the change? Oh, I'm not an alcoholic. Like, that's awesome.
Not going out boozing every
Yeah, I'm not
night.
going out every weekend, boozing it up and eating out and just being dumb. So I'm like, you know what? I'm done drinking. So I actually cut out drinking for 2.5 years. And then I got diagnosed diabetic in 2023. And I'm like, oh, this is the end of my life. I have to eat more chicken, steak, vegetables. Oh my God.
Good
And
tasting food.
literally, I went from 375, I got down to 360. And then I am, yes, it's going to be controversial. I'm on Ozempic. It is horrible, I know. But diabetes-wise, it helps with my medication. And yes, it does help with a lot of this too. So I went from 360. I was telling Luke about this and Kane about it. I had a match last October, and I'm like, I need to get motivated. What's going to motivate me? I'll be in a match. So I went from May of last year to October, training every day, walking 2 miles at least. And then some days I got so bored I was doing 2 more miles, like at night. I go in the morning. My brain and how I'm wired now is so crazy. I wake up at 7 o'clock every morning now, just because my body's like, go, let's go.
Exactly.
So I'm motivated. I'm ready to roll.
All right, you got a timer?
And I've been just crushing it, man. And then I went from 360, I'm down to 330 right now. At my best, I was down to 323 for the match.
Yeah.
So I'm at a healthy 330 right now, getting ready for a month and a half from now to wrestling. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I still don't know if I fully get what he's talking about here.
well, I don't either. But what I do is I don't question it. I just go with it because he knows his thing. That's why it's so great to have him part of the school, like in his role that he's in, is because he's going to help these guys that don't necessarily know what they're doing, don't understand the outside factors of nutrition and weightlifting, understand it now fully, because you got guys that are just like, I'm going to be big, I'm going to be a wrestler.
Yeah.
They don't understand how to keep it, how to maintain it, and how to do it correctly.
Exactly. Instead of just throwing on a bunch of weight and trying to hog it around as hard as you possibly can.
I
and hurt
mean,
yourself.
I've seen so many guys, I've done WWE evaluations where Jerry Briscoe and Jim Ross are like, hey, you need to add 50 pounds on you. And they're like, cool. And they come back the next year and they got a belly. And they're like, 50 pounds of muscle.
Not 50
like-
pounds of little Debbie's.
Yeah, 50 pounds of little Debbie's
I was gonna
is
say
not
I
going to
could
get
put
the
you
job
on the
done.
Cadbury diet. I'm
Like-
pretty good on her.
And there's some guys who got told that and they come back and they're yoked. And they're like,
Wrong
good
50
job.
pounds?
Right, yeah,
50
well,
pounds.
yeah, exactly. You know,
Man.
how do we get you in a ring? How do we get that to happen, Robbie?
He's my league partner.
Got a bad neck.
Bad neck.
It's only
Show him Scar.
show him the scar. Which
Showing
one?
this man.
Which one? The trach?
This is
or
gnarly.
The,
This is gnarly.
got way too many scars. Can't really see it.
I mean, yeah, you
should
can,
be one
yeah.
right there, and then there's a couple up under there, and
Well, you know, you just get a neck brace.
Put
You
the
wrestle
neck brace
with it on, yeah.
Didn't
Gimmick.
That could be the gimmick. Yeah.
who came out with the brace and faked it? And
Everybody.
Mankind.
I mean,
Came out and everything, and then
Everybody.
all of a sudden just crutches to the back of the head.
gosh.
Come on back.
Upset about any of our Mount Rushmores. The longevity, the best it
Yep.
ever was.
Best
Johnny
it ever
Fitness, sorry man, didn't do it long enough. Mr. Destiny didn't
This
do it
guy.
long enough.
This guy could still get in the ring and look better than half the guys right now. He could do it way better than all of them. All right, this guy.
I'm just looking for camera time. So
This
I'm kinda
guy.
starting to get
This guy.
pumped now a little
Are
bit.
you feeling it? You got one more in you?
You
One
know
more?
what? From the waist up, I go
In?
all day long.
You could do okay.
hips down.
Realistically, because I listen, I'm not there. But what I do is I do street fights, which is stupid. It's stupid. Why am I doing a street fight? Why am I doing it?
Love 'em.
But
Love
for you think you could do that without having to do too much? See this? That's what we call stir to pop. Just a little
I
bit.
didn't come up here for contract negotiations.
There it
I
is.
love what you're doing with Absolute Pro
We've been
Wrestling.
trying to get you on, man.
Never say never.
Never say
Never
never.
say never.
Always leave the door
Maddie,
open.
Let it
Maddie
be
Star.
said. I'm bringing my crew with me.
You
if
should.
Whatever happens.
You should.
I'm bringing my crew.
Listen, I've been asking for a rematch with them
Rob Subject's on
forever.
that crew. My crew's getting bigger and bigger.
The
A lot
rematch,
of good will go to alumni. They don't get enough.
Kane and I.
Get a shot of Rob over there.
Yeah, look at this.
Get a shot of Rob.
I ain't too proud.
Bring him my crew. He's going to be the Sonic one.
Rob's going to be dressed like Zach Galifianakis when they go to play poker during The Hangover. He's going to be dressed like that as the manager for the Arrowwoods.
Turns out it's a hidden chair.
Exactly. It's just boom.
Chairs out of nowhere.
I love it.
Are you in the class? I would get.
Oh boy.
He doesn't need another one. CC's had a good one.
I kicked Troy out.
Yeah. Get Troy out.
Why do you hate the diabetes people? Like, the diabetes community just...
I never said that. Listen to my
Luke hates the diabetic community.
What did I say?
He's like, we're going to make you work and be healthy today? Like, who does that? That is the worst idea in the history.
Shame on you for bettering people.
Yeah, shame on you. How dare you have a nutritional guideline and workout guideline for the next generation of people in America to live a better, healthy lifestyle? Weird, crazy, you piece of crap.
Thoughts? It's
Any
good.
final thoughts for Mike Vandy?
It's good to get you up here.
Yeah, it felt good.
Get you moving around. Introduce you to the fitness factory down here at the JFG.
Yeah, I'm going to come back a few more times and work out with the boys. It was a lot of fun.
Hopefully you can bring some of your guys in here and we'll
That's the hope.
see what we can do for them.
Hopefully we get this guy trained up soon,
Well,
Get in the ring.
never
no
shut
pressure.
the door,
Never.
but it does hurt a lot.
It does. It
People-
does. It
people don't
hurts.
talk about
you
that
put a finger
part.
in the doorway, it hurts. It really does.
It's a mini car crash every time you go down.
Always.
Rob?
Well, Vandy, always a pleasure seeing you.
You as well, my man.
Hope you keep your venture going.
Yeah.
Hope everything goes well for you.
Yeah, thank you,
Hope
man.
to see you down here some more.
You as well, man.
Here you go, Dave.
Yeah, it's good to see the legend Mike Vandy in person. I mean, every single one of us, we feel like he's our best friend because I'm listening to you when I'm in the car. I'm hearing you when I'm at work. You're everywhere.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
see the man, the myth, the legend in person, doing big things with Absolute Pro Wrestling, carrying the torch there in Northern Iowa. It's always good to get down here with the crew and have a workout. Big Rod, Kane, where you at, Lefty? Croc City, man, we miss you.
You miss him.
Yeah, where's
Over
Lefty?
two
at?
this weekend.
Where's Lefty? He's
Over
been working.
two.
He's working at his mom's house, getting the carpet in,
Cutting his finger open.
cutting his finger open.
Brandenburg, where's Brandenburg?
that's
Where
a
you
weird
at,
shade
Big
of
Joe?
Where you at, Joe? We haven't seen you in a couple weeks. All right,
We're
Vandy.
squatting 800 pounds of Crocs right now.
Vandy, thanks for being the
my man.
first
Yes.
Lifting with Luke podcast. I don't know what you want to call it, but Mike Vandy, first official interview during the lifting session here at the JFG.